Welcome back, everyone. In today's exciting episode, we're diving deep into the world of American numismatics as we uncover 6 of the most valuable and ultra-rare United States coins ever discovered. From historically significant pieces honoring early presidents, like the remarkable and highly sought-after John Adams dollar, to extraordinary mint errors, low-mintage treasures, and coins that have stunned collectors at major auctions. This lineup features some of the most iconic and expensive coins in U.S. history. The John Adams Presidential $1 coin. Minted in 2007 to honor the second President of the United States, whose term spanned from 1797 to 1801, holds a prominent place in modern U.S. numismatics. Although part of a contemporary commemorative series, certain rare varieties and high-grade examples of this coin have developed a strong following among collectors. These coins are admired for their detailed portrait of Adams, their historical theme, and the unexpected number of unusual mint errors that surfaced that year, errors that can command significant premiums. The combination of modern production with distinctive varieties has made the most valuable John Adams dollars highly sought after in today's market. The Presidential $1 coin program, initiated in 2007, was designed to honor each U.S. president with a unique dollar coin issued in chronological order. John Adams, the nation's second president and one of the founding figures who shaped early American politics, naturally became the second release in the series. These coins were struck at both the Philadelphia P and Denver D mints, following the program's mandate to highlight leaders who influenced the nation's foundational years. Their production occurred during a renewed U.S. interest in dollar coins and came at a time when the mint was experimenting with edge lettering, a feature that inadvertently led to some of the most famous error varieties in modern numismatics. The John Adams dollar exhibits a strong, carefully engraved portrait of the president on its obverse, designed by Joel Iskovitz and sculpted by Charles Vickers. Surrounding the portrait are inscriptions reading John Adams, second president, and 1797, 1801, marking the years of his presidency. The reverse displays the Statue of Liberty, designed by Don Everhart, symbolizing the nation's commitment to liberty and democratic governance. Struck in a manganese brass-clad composition, the coin has a golden hue, measures 26.5 in diameter, and features an innovative edge lettering format that includes the year, mint mark, and mottos. It is this edge lettering, rare in modern U.S. coinage, that produced several notable errors, making certain John Adams coins uniquely valuable. While regular John Adams dollars are common, rarity enters the picture through specific error varieties, low population high-grade pieces, and coins with uniquely flawed edge lettering. Some of the most desirable examples include coins with double-struck edge lettering, missing edge lettering, or improperly oriented inscriptions, problems caused by the new multi-stage minting process. Certified grades such as MS-67 and MS-68 are extremely rare for this issue due to frequent contact marks from mass production. For collectors, these condition and variety factors greatly influence demand, with the scarcest specimens commanding impressive premiums compared to typical business cent market values. For rare John Adams dollars vary widely, but follow clear trends. Standard circulated or average uncirculated examples typically hold nominal value, but high-grade certified pieces and error varieties can achieve significant prices. For instance, a John Adams dollar with missing edge lettering can sell for $150 to $350 depending on grade, while error coins with double or triple edge lettering have been known to reach $500 to over $1,500 at auction. Exceptional MS-68 examples, particularly those with rare errors, can exceed $2,000, reflecting scarcity and collector interest. These values remain realistic within modern numismatic markets, especially for coins authenticated by PCGS or NGC and supported by strong provenance. Collectors pursuing the most valuable John Adams dollars should focus on certified examples, as authentication is essential for verifying genuine edge lettering errors. Examination of the edge inscriptions, for doubling, missing letters, or rotational misalignments, can reveal premium varieties that many casual collectors overlook. It is also wise to compare available examples against population reports to understand scarcity at high grades. Proper storage is crucial. Placing the coin in a hard plastic holder helps preserve surface quality, which is especially important for coins that already command higher value. Acquiring these pieces through reputable dealers, major auctions, or well-established numismatic networks offers the best chance of securing authentic and investment-grade examples. The John Adams Presidential $1 coin stands as a fascinating blend of history and modern minting, commemorating a pivotal period in American leadership while offering collectors the excitement of rare varieties and errors. Its artistic design, innovative edge lettering, and connection to early U.S. history give it both aesthetic and cultural significance. For enthusiasts, the rarest error varieties and high-grade examples present excellent opportunities for long-term appreciation, particularly as the market increasingly recognizes the uniqueness of early presidential $1 coins. Whether pursued for historical interest, visual appeal, or investment potential, the most valuable John Adams dollars hold a strong position in contemporary numismatics and continue to attract collectors at all levels. Next up to in among the most celebrated and valuable pieces in early American numismatics are the George Washington President pattern coins, struck between 1789 and 1797 to honor the nation's first president. These rare patterns, most notably the 1792 Washington President copper and silver coins, along with a handful of earlier inaugural pieces, are highly sought after because they represent some of the earliest attempts to create a national coinage bearing the portrait of an American president. Their combination of historical prestige, striking portraiture, and extreme rarity has made them true crown jewels within the world of advanced numismatic collecting. Enthusiasts prize these pieces not only for their beauty, but also for their foundational role in shaping the young nation's monetary identity. Although the U.S. Mint was officially established in 1792, the idea of portraying George Washington on coins was debated throughout the early years of his presidency. 1789, 1797. Multiple engravers and private mints produced pattern coins and medallic issues bearing Washington's likeness, hoping their designs would gain official approval. Washington himself objected to placing presidential portraits on circulating currency, preferring classical symbolism over living leaders. As a result, these early Washington portrait patterns never entered circulation, making the surviving pieces extremely rare. Many were struck in Philadelphia by private engravers or early mint personnel such as Peter Getz, whose 1792 large format, Getz pattern, is among the most iconic Washington-era pieces. These coins reflect a transitional moment in American history, when the nation sought to define its identity through its nascent coinage. The design elements of Washington pattern coins vary significantly, yet they share key stylistic themes that distinguish them from other early American issues. The obverse typically features a striking bust of George Washington, often inscribed with Washington President or G. Washington President, modeled after contemporary neoclassical portraiture. The reverse often displays an American eagle with a shield or a wreath, representing national sovereignty. Materials range from copper to silver, and on extremely rare occasions, gilt copper or bronze. The 1792 Getz pattern is especially notable for its large diameter and sharp relief, making high-grade examples visually impressive and technically sophisticated. Variations in die style, edge lettering, and metal composition make these pieces compelling subjects of scholarly study. What makes these Washington-era coins extraordinarily valuable is their combination of minuscule mintages and exceptional historical importance. Many of the patterns were produced in tiny test batches of only a few dozen pieces. Some varieties today survive in counts of fewer than 10 known specimens. Since these pieces were not broadly circulated, their survival often depends on how carefully they were preserved by early collectors or institutions. High-grade examples, especially those certified AU, about uncirculated or mint state, are extremely rare and can command premiums far beyond typical early American patterns. Variants such as silver strikes, special medallic proofs, or patterns with unusual edge designs regularly rank among the scarcest Washington numismatic pieces ever produced. Auction records over the past decade confirm the extraordinary value of Washington president pattern coins. Depending on metal, rarity, and grade, prices typically range from $20,000 to over $300,000, with truly elite examples surpassing even those figures. Top-tier 1792 silver patterns and exceptionally preserved Getz patterns have achieved prices in the $150, $250, range, while ultra-rare copper patterns in mint state have realized well over $100,000. Varieties with unique die pairings or unusually sharp strikes also attract fierce bidding competition. The market has shown consistent appreciation for these patterns, driven by their finite supply, early U.S. origin, and their direct association with George Washington, one of the most revered figures in American history. Collectors pursuing Washington-era pattern coins must rely on trusted numismatic channels due to the prevalence of replicas and restrikes. It is essential to purchase examples certified by respected grading services such as NGC or PCGS, which verify authenticity and grade. Studying die varieties, edge lettering, and metal composition can greatly assist in identifying legitimate high-value pieces. Because these items seldom appear on the market, collectors may find their best opportunities at major auction houses, high-end private dealers, or specialty early American coin events. Proper storage in a stable, climate-controlled environment and secure holders is vital to preserving their delicate historical surfaces. Patience and deep research are key, as competition for premium examples can be in the Washington pattern coins of 1789, 1797, stand among the most historically significant and visually striking early American numismatic treasures. Their rarity, artistry, and direct connection to the presidency of George Washington elevate them far above ordinary collectible coins, making them enduring favorites among advanced collectors. Their impressive auction performance and steady long-term appreciation further underscore their strength as both historical artifacts and investment pieces. For those captivated by America's founding era, these coins offer a tangible link to the nation's earliest years and to Washington himself, ensuring their enduring prestige in the world of numismatics for generations to come. Next up among all coins produced during Andrew Jackson's presidency, 1829, 1837, the capped bus gold half-eagle $5 gold coin stands out as one of the most valuable and prized pieces in American numismatics. Particularly rare dates such as the 1829, 1830, 1832, and the exceptionally scarce 1834 classic head transitional varieties command extraordinary attention at auctions. Collectors highly seek these coins not only for their gold content, but for their historical relevance as early federal gold issues. Their combination of rarity, elegant design, and the turbulent economic era in which they were minted has made them consistent high performers in the numismatic market. Today, top-grade examples of these coins, especially in mint state MS, or proof-like PL condition, rank among the most expensive U.S. coins of the early 19th century. The coins minted during Andrew Jackson's administration form an important chapter in U.S. monetary history. Jackson, a firm opponent of centralized banking, presided over the Panic of 1837 and the dismantling of the Second Bank of the United States, events that directly influenced coinage demand and gold circulation. Gold half-eagles from this era were minted primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, as the southern branch mints, Charlotte and Dalunga, would only open in 1838 after Jackson left office. Early dates, 1829–1834, belong to the capped bust series, while the mid-1834 to 1837 coins transition into the classic head, designed following the Coinage Act of 1834, which reduced the gold content to prevent melting and encourage circulation. These historical shifts make Jackson-era gold coins essential artifacts of this economically transformative period. The capped bust half-eagle, 1829–1834, features a finely detailed portrait of Liberty wearing a cap with Liberty inscribed, surrounded by 13 stars, while the reverse displays an eagle with a shield, arrows, and olive branch, classic symbols of American strength and peace. The design is admired for its depth, intricate engraving, and early mint craftsmanship. The classic head half-eagle, 1834–1837, introduced a younger, more stylized Liberty portrait with flowing hair and a simplified eagle on the reverse. These coins were struck in gold prior to 1834 and .899 gold with reduced weight afterward, making early and late Jackson-era issues physically distinct. Their smaller diameter, light weight, and hand-engraved dies create subtle design variations that collectors find especially appealing. Survival rates for Jackson-era gold coins are extremely low. Many early half-eagles were melted due to their higher gold content, making dates like 1829, 1830, and 1832 genuinely scarce, especially in mint state. The 1834 transitional pieces, struck before composition changes took full effect, are even rarer. Some varieties have only a handful of known examples. Condition plays a massive role in value. Most surviving pieces circulated heavily, and high-grade specimens, MS-63 and above, are exceptionally hard to locate. Proof strikes are exceedingly rare, with only a few documented and almost never available for public sale. Market values for these coins vary significantly depending on the year, mint variety, and grade. Common circulated classic head half-eagles start around $1,200 to $000, while scarcer capped bust dates in well-circulated condition typically range from $6,000 to over $20,000. Premium dates, such as the 1829 large diameter, 1832 12-star variety, and early 1834 issues, can exceed $50,000 to $150,000 in mint state. Exceptional examples, including rare proof-like or top population coins, have achieved auction prices exceeding $300,000, with the rarest specimens capable of surpassing $500,000. The steady performance of Jackson-era gold coins reflects their enduring appeal and limited supply, making them strong candidates for long-term value appreciation. Collectors seeking Andrew Jackson-era gold coins should prioritize authentication and grading through trusted services such as PCGS or NGC, as counterfeit gold issues are common. Close inspection of strike quality, surface preservation, luster, and originality can dramatically affect value. Because varieties matter, collectors should familiarize themselves with traits like star alignment, date size, die cracks, and transitional metal content. Acquiring these coins through reputable auction houses, established dealers, or numismatic clubs helps ensure legitimacy and fair pricing. Proper storage, using climate-controlled environments, soft holders, and secure containers, protects gold coins from damage and preserves long-term value. In summary, Andrew Jackson, Era Gold half eagles represent some of the most historically meaningful and financially valuable coins of early America. Their origin during a period of political upheaval, economic experimentation, and major monetary reform gives them exceptional cultural weight. Their beauty, rarity, and scarcity in high grades further enhance their desirability among collectors. Whether for historical research, investment potential, or admiration of early U.S. craftsmanship, these coins remain top-tier treasures in the numismatic world. With limited surviving populations and continued collector interest, their long-term outlook remains strong for both seasoned experts and new collectors entering the world of rare American gold. Next up to and among modern U.S. coinage, the James Madison Presidential $1 coin, issued as part of the Presidential $1 coin program, stands out as the most significant and potentially valuable numismatic representation of James Madison, the fourth President of the United States, who served from 1809 to 1817. Although Madison lived in the early 19th century, no circulating U.S. coins bearing his likeness were struck during his lifetime. Instead, his legacy is honored through this modern dollar coin, first released in 2007, which has become the centerpiece for collectors interested in presidential history, modern U.S. dollars, and era varieties. While most examples trade near face value, the most expensive and valuable Madison dollars, particularly major mint errors and pristine proof issues, are highly sought after today, driven by collector demand, historical symbolism, and the popularity of specialized modern coin collecting. The James Madison Presidential $1 coin was minted in 2007, nearly 2 centuries after Madison's presidency, as part of the U.S. Mint's ambitious Presidential $1 coin program, 2007-2016. This series honored deceased U.S. presidents in the order they served, beginning with George Washington and continuing through Ronald Reagan. James Madison's presidency, 1809-1817, was defined by pivotal events such as the War of 1812, the defense of American sovereignty, and the continued shaping of the Constitution he helped author. The coin was struck primarily at the Philadelphia P and Denver D mints for circulation, with San Francisco S producing proof versions for collectors. Rather than commemorating a single event, the coin represents Madison's enduring role as the father of the Constitution and a foundational figure in American political history. The design of the James Madison Presidential $1 coin follows the standardized format of the series while incorporating distinctive elements tied to Madison's legacy. The obverse features a detailed portrait of James Madison facing forward, accompanied by the inscriptions James Madison, 4th President, and 1809-1817. The reverse, shared across the series, depicts the Statue of Liberty, symbolizing freedom and democratic ideals. The coin is composed of a manganese brass, clad copper alloy, giving it a golden appearance, with a diameter of 26.5 and a weight of 8.1 grams. A unique technical feature is the edge lettering, which includes the year, mint mark, and mottos, E pluribus unum, and In God We Trust, a design element that later became the source of some of the coin's most valuable errors. In standard form, James Madison presidential dollars are not rare. Millions were struck for circulation. However, rarity emerges in specific error varieties, especially the famous missing edge lettering errors, where the edge inscriptions were never applied. Some examples also show doubled or inverted edge lettering, further increasing desirability. High-grade condition is critical. Coins graded MS67 or MS68 by professional services such as PCGS or NGC are scarce relative to the overall mintage. Proof versions from San Francisco, particularly in flawless PR69 or PR70 deep cameo condition, also command premiums. It is the intersection of condition, error type, and certified authenticity that transforms an otherwise common modern dollar into a true numismatic prize. The market value of the most expensive James Madison presidential $1 coins varies widely based on type and grade. Circulated examples typically remain worth $1 to $3, while standard uncirculated coins in lower mint state grades may bring $5 to $15. In contrast, major error coins tell a different story. Missing edge lettering Madison dollars have sold in the range of $300 to over $1,500, depending on condition and demand. Exceptional specimens, such as dramatic errors certified in high mint state grades, have achieved prices approaching or exceeding $3,000 to $5,000 at auction. High-grade proof coins generally sell for $20 to $100, with top-graded examples commanding higher prices. These values reflect steady collector interest in modern errors and the enduring popularity of the presidential series. For collectors seeking the most valuable James Madison dollars, careful inspection and authentication are essential. Always examine the edge lettering, as its absence or unusual orientation may indicate a valuable error. Certification by a respected grading service is strongly recommended, particularly for error coins or high-grade uncirculated and proof examples, as third-party grading protects against counterfeits and confirms market value. Proper storage, such as inert holders or slabs kept in a stable, dry environment, helps preserve the coin's surface and color. Acquiring these coins through reputable dealers, major auctions, or established numismatic communities increases the likelihood of finding genuine, high-quality examples and avoiding altered or misrepresented pieces. The James Madison presidential $1 coin, honoring the years 1809-1817, represents the most important and valuable U.S. coinage associated with Madison's legacy. While modern in origin, it carries deep historical resonance, linking contemporary collectors to one of America's most influential founders. Its appeal lies not only in its symbolism and attractive design, but also in the genuine scarcity of its top error varieties and high-grade examples. For both new and seasoned collectors, the most valuable James Madison dollars offer a compelling blend of history, aesthetics, and realistic investment potential, ensuring their continued relevance and desirability in modern U.S. numismatics.